of her. Welcome to my channel, I'm Nisi. You guys, today is a monumental day. I'm so serious. This is the day to be marked down in the history books as the day that healed the nation. Because just a few months ago, I had never listened to an Ariana album, had never experienced some of her most iconic moments, had never even heard some of her biggest hits, all of which are war crimes. And by the end of this video, this one that you are watching right now, I will finally be able to say that I have listened to every single studio album by Ariana Grande. Yeah. This has been such a crazy, fun journey with you guys. I've screamed, I've gotten out of my chair, I've danced, I've cut my hair. So thank you guys so much for staying here on this journey with me and enduring all that craziness. I don't know how you did it, but you did. And I know it may seem like the end of an era, but it is not. We still have so much more to get into from Ariana Grande. We have performances, documentaries, and as a matter of fact, this week I will be sitting down to react to some of her most iconic music videos that she's ever made, of which I have never seen. So if you're new here and you end up liking this reaction video today and you end up liking me, it is not too late to join this journey. We still have so much more to tackle, so we would love to have you here if you would like to join. And as always, if you want to see me react to this album in full, uncut, and follow along to the lyrics with me, you can watch this video on my Patreon and the link is in the description. Alright guys, we are here with yours truly, Ariana Grande's very first album. Can you even believe it? Can't even believe that we're here. There are 12 tracks in total, and to be honest, out of all of these, the only ones that I recognize by name are The Way. Is that the one that's like, I love the way, oh, I love the way you love me. That, but like, you know, good. And then Almost Is Never Enough. I can't remember where I was where I heard that song, but that song to me is like so sad. Those are the songs I know by name. I kind of want to just hop in, you guys, because I don't really know what to expect. I mean, when you think about an icon, a big name like Ariana Grande, and the way that she's shifted and impacted and influenced music and culture, how do you even fathom what their first project is gonna sound like? You imagine that it's gonna be good because Ariana Grande, but like, how good if this was your start, this was your beginning? I'm excited, guys, so let's get into this. I'm very interested in this first track because I feel like Ariana's intros tend to be like shorter, but this one is long. This one is 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Strength! The consistency from the beginning, since day one. This is alright. What is going on? Hold on, what is this intro? Bro, this intro was doing so much. I feel like typically her intros are very, I don't know, they tend to be very calming, relaxing. The way that this was like so much going on, and then the way it went into that beat drop where it's like, oh!
It seemed to make a lot more sense than what I see ahead of us.
The past makes more sense in the future.
Maybe you know how to drive, and you decided not to make a change. Stuck in the same old lane, going the wrong way home. I feel like my heart is stuck in traffic. Honeymoon, honeymoon.
Is this gonna be one of my favorite intros of hers? That's a big statement to make. I retract it. The writing on this song is so good. The way that it's tying all these car references in such a clever way, like it's not corny at all. I looked in a rearview mirror and it makes more sense than what I see ahead of us. Like our past makes more sense than our future, because like I just can't see where this is going. Driving in the rain, stuck in the same old lane, bumper to bumper. I'm gonna let her keep going because I hate how I always pause right in the intro, but I just was not expecting that, and it just sounds so good.
Can we get back to the way it was? flags. Guess they can count about stop signs. We're still going the wrong way. Baby, you know how to drive it right. And you decide
These vocals.
to make a change.
That beat.
They say only fools fall in love, but they must have been talking about us. We're gonna be lost if we continue to fight. Honey, I know we can find our way home.
The strength. I love her. Oh. Avenue. I was sitting here talking about how long this song is, and I was not complaining. But I'm glad that I didn't, because that deserved every minute that it got. It was just so completely not what I was expecting. Like I said, her intros tend to be a lot more like low-key, a lot more like slower type of situation. And this was a lot more like bah, 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 bah. I lived, but we still had the strings though. And I lived. You know, what's interesting about Ariana, and something that I really like about her, is that when you think about it, the majority of her songs are about relationships. They are about love. So oftentimes when you do that, you can start talking about the same thing over and over. She's had this concept many times before where she's talked about a relationship going awry. But I love how in her songs, she always breathes new life into the same concept. She can breathe new life into it, whether it's the production of the song or the vocals in it, the way that she delivers it, or the way that the writing is. It can introduce the same idea, but like still give it new life, so it doesn't feel like, oh, this is the same thing over and over again. She's taking this idea of a car and driving and tying that into a concept that she's maybe already talked about before, but it doesn't feel like it, you know? Like the Honeymoon Avenue, I love the avenue because, again, it's driving. Your relationship is stagnant. You're not really making a lot of progress or moving forward. You're kind of stuck in this place that you don't want to be. You're not really content with where your love is at the moment. Could be for many reasons. It could be because, you know, they're encountering all these issues that they don't know how to get out of, or that they're not confronting at all. They're not even, you know, acknowledging the fact that there's issues and trying to work through them. So they're kind of just like stuck in this ditch that they can't really get out of, and reminiscing on what it used to be, being like, can we please just go back to when there were the butterflies and when there were the sparks and when everything was perfect. I want to get back home. The way that she's going to do that might be a little bit delusional, because baby, you're probably never going to get back to the honeymoon part. It's a honeymoon stage for a reason, only lasts for a little bit and then it leaves. You're not going to always have that dreamy in love butterfly feeling. And that's okay. It's interesting because it makes you wonder, are they actually stuck? Like, are they actually going through a bad time in their relationship and there are actually issues? Or is she just not used to being out of a honeymoon stage of a relationship? Is she just not used to being in a relationship where it starts to become routine and you're no longer in the dreamy honeymoon stage? It's just interesting because it makes you think. All right, yeah, we're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Baby I. Oh! What is going on with these songs?
Baby, I got love for thee, so deep inside of me, I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Try to explain it, I be sounding insane. The words don't ever come out right.
Ooh, I love that delivery. What is going on? My everything. Y'all, this production is kind of insane, but I still like it because, I don't know, it's just fun and it's energetic and it's vibrant. Her vocals too, like her vocal delivery is changing so much as well. It's changing with the production. Yeah.
Oh, baby, I've been feeling you before I even knew what feelings were about.
Oh, I love that. Like, listen to this.
Oh, baby, it's even possible. I love you more.
That song is so unserious. It's so crazy and insane. But I say this all the time. Ariana's one of my favorite people to react to, because she's just the most, I just have the most fun when I'm listening to her. She's talking about how, like, I have all these feelings for you and I don't even really know how to express them. I get tongue-tied and I don't know how to put it into words. So I like how it's baby I, because it's like she's stopping herself there because she doesn't know what else to say. I love what she said, but every time I try to say it was only complicated. I love that. It's insane, because it's almost like rambling, you know, like it's almost like rambling because she doesn't know what to say. I like it because of how much energy it has and stuff like that. I don't know if this album is gonna have like a story. Sometimes her albums, I feel like I can kind of follow a story, and sometimes it feels like it's just like a collection of bops. I have to listen to more songs to see if I can detect like a chronological story that's happening, but this one was just a bop. There's not much to break down when it comes to that song. It's just, I just love you more than words can say, and I can't find the words to express it. That's about it. But that's a bop. All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Right There. Another song with Big Sean. I was confused because I'm looking at the track list. She has a song with Mac Miller, and I know that Mac Miller is also someone that she dated. So I was like, who were you with? I imagine that she was probably with Big Sean at this time, or maybe she wasn't with anyone at this time. Maybe she wasn't with any of them, and this was how she met those people. I have no idea.
Spent the hour in the bathroom, walked out looking like a model. God, doing what you do, got me right there with Apollo on the moon. Moonies, genies in a bottle, girl, if they already got you.
Boy, you made me feel so lucky. Finally, the stars align.
She loves stars, astrology.
How can this be wrong when it feels so right? Yeah, I really love you. I really love you. And I'll never let you go. Yes, you know I'm never gonna change. I'm always gonna stay. And if you never change, I'm gonna stay right there. I'll always be right there. You got it. Sometimes I catch myself daydreaming. I'll stay your eyes and I lose all track of time.
Yeah.
I know what you like. Put it all together, baby. We gon' be alright.
I was just like having flashes of the first song, because like she's saying little lines that she said in the first song, but I don't think that it's intentional. I literally don't think that's intentional. But when she was saying like, how could this be wrong when it feels so right, and literally in the first track she was saying something about like, I could be wrong, but I know that I'm right. And then she was saying, I get butterflies just thinking. And you know, in the first song she was saying butterflies were coming to a stop sign. I don't think that those two things are related, but my brain just kept on like triggering.
And get my mind back adjacent to the place of a young visionary. A player too, you know I had some girls missionary. My black book of numbers thicker than a dictionary. And Bible, I got it recycled. I love and I like you. 5-course meals, even though you don't mind a drive through. That's why I got you.
I'll never let you go.
I got you.
That's why you got her.
Oh,
I'm never gonna change. I'll always be
Yeah, y'all. This one is like also super fun. I like their collabs together. I feel like they have good like chemistry on songs. I like him. He brings like energy and stuff. Like he's energetic. He has vibes. He also has these little lines that gag me always, because I'm just like, oh, it's the way that he talks about certain things, certain topics. You know, something that I really like about Ariana that I've recognized as we went through her journey, I love how her writing progressed to where her songs are much more interesting than what they were in the beginning. I love these songs. I love the vibes of them. I think that they are absolute bops, but they do have very like simple concepts. Like there isn't much that you need to really like break down or think about. They're very simple, straightforward concepts for the most part. She does have some in there that I'm like, this was at the beginning of your career. The song is like so, you know, complex, but later on, as her career progresses and progresses, the writing becomes much more of like more complex ideas, more layered. The songs are more layered. There's a bit more to think about. There's a bit more that comes with it. And so I absolutely love that, because I just love seeing the progression of that. The concepts, the introspection that was going on in Eternal Sunshine is just like very different from what you have in the beginning of her career with like this album and My Everything. But I absolutely love that. The next song is called Tattooed Heart. So like you're permanently in my heart. Let's see.
You don't need a lot of money.
Ooh.
Honey, you don't have to play no game. I wanna say we're going steady.
Yeah.
Like it's 1954.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be forever. Just as long as I'm the name on your tattooed heart.
I love how she says like it's 1954, and something about this song gives old-fashioned vibes. The voices in the background and the way that it's delivered, and obviously just like the instrumental is giving old school. So I just love that touch. When she says tattoo heart, I wonder if she's also saying because this person that she's talking about is tattooed. That will also make sense too if the person is like very tattooed.
You don't need to worry about making me crazy, 'cause I'm way past that. I wanna be on your tattooed heart.
I love. Yo, this second chorus is hitting even harder than the first, and it's just taking me, because I'm a bit of a cinephile, it's just like it feels like that old school charm about it, and when them strings kicked in, it just transported me.
Tattooed heart.
It's giving Disney. Please. The Disney strings, like it felt so freaking Disney. It literally made me feel like a Disney princess movie where the princess is falling in love with the prince. I am in love with this instrumental. I am in love with this instrumentation. It doesn't have to be forever, just as long as I'm the name on your tattooed heart. That's like interesting, because tattooed are like permanent, right? Which like gives forever, and she's saying it doesn't have to be forever. Even if our relationship does not last forever, I want to always be the person that you keep in your heart forever. Like I never want you to stop loving me in whatever form that love comes in. Even if we can't be together, please just let me always be the woman that's in your heart. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. It's a simple concept, but my God, her voice too. It was her voice and the strings. What do you say? The voice and the strings working together, and her voice itself is just such an instrument. It's just the way that her voice just glided on these beautiful strings, and they just work together so harmoniously that I live and breathe. All right, let's move on to the next song, which is called Lovin' It.
Baby, don't you know you got all my love, all my love. Hold up, wait, before you go, just stay and talk to me.
Okay.
A little hope that I'll ever fall in love again. 'Cause
Oh, girl, you will.
give me chills every time we chill. I spend all of my days doing nothing but loving you, baby.
All right.
Hold on, wait.
Oh.
Shut up and kiss me, baby. I just wanna get a little taste. I just wanna get a little taste before you go.
You know, this is crazy crazy that there's so much on her first album. I feel like it is kind of like very risky to have your production be so heavy and have so much different stuff wrapped up and going on in your production. It's risky because like you don't know how this is going to be perceived. Like, is this going to be perceived as, you know, innovative and experimental, or is this going to be perceived as chaotic, a chaotic mess?
You give me chills.
I love that part.
I spent all of my days dying through that. Nothing but loving you, baby. Boy, you got all my time. Boy, you change the way I breathe. When you put your lips on me, I adore you. So let me make it clear that you're the boy all I need. Oh, baby. Nothing but loving you, baby.
Wow. Okay. So that song I like. I'm not in love with that song, but I like it. I think the reason why I'm not in love with it is just that this song, I feel like, kind of gives me the same idea being expressed in the last songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just listened to Baby I, Right There, Tattooed Heart. I feel like all those, this song is kind of literally just saying the same things that those songs said in a way that's not unique enough to stand out. So you know what I was saying in Honeymoon Avenue, where I was saying this is an idea that she's expressed before, but I love the way that she's able to express the same idea but breathe new life into it. I feel like Loving It doesn't breathe new life into this concept of you really being into that person. You know, I feel like Baby I has a bit more of a unique perspective. Tattooed Heart has a bit more of a unique perspective than Loving It, which is, I'm loving it. Like, you know, but I really like the production of that. The bridge eats. The bridge, and especially on like the last line of the bridge where she goes up like that. I was not expecting that. Yeah, so I like that song. Not in love with that song for that reason, but I live. It's a vibe. It's a vibe still. So far, we've had a lot of love songs. There hasn't been much turmoil since Honeymoon Avenue, where we know that she felt very stagnant or stuck in their relationship. There hasn't been any of that since. Interesting. The next song is called Piano. So I'm expecting piano.
I could write a song with my new piano. I could sing about how love is a losing battle. It's not hard, but I'd rather make a song that can play on a radio that makes you wanna grab your lover's hands. So hold up and take it through the night, and you should follow through to make it alright. Now grab each other's hands, get 'em up. I wanna see you ride to the piano, the piano.
Hold on. Okay, this is interesting. This, like I said, I was literally just talking about how in the last time I felt like there wasn't like a unique enough perspective. This song is interesting. She said I could write a song with my new piano and sing about how love is a losing battle. So almost like I could make a slower, sappier ballad. She said it's not hard. I love that. Girl flex. But she said, I'd rather make a song that could play on the radio that makes you want to dance. Like, I'd rather give you bops, though. Which is, like, interesting because that's what this album has been. Like, so far, it's been bop after bop after bop. And so I like that because she's saying, like, I could give you a song like that if you want. But instead, I'm giving you an album of bops.
It's not hard.
Like, baby, I do this every day.
And I could sing about Cupid and a shooting arrow. In the end, you find out that my heart was bad and real hard. It's so hard. Roll up and take it through the night, and you should follow through to make it alright. Now grab each other's hands, get 'em up. I wanna see you ride to the piano. I'd rather tell you about how I'm feeling, boy.
Oh, girl, we know it ain't hard. We heard I Wish I Hated You. I just love that flex. Like, baby, it's not hard. It almost sounds like she's like clapping back at people. I don't know if she would have experienced this at the beginning of her career, but it almost sounds like as if she was receiving the critique of, girl, you only know how to write bops. Like, you don't know how to write anything deep. You don't know how to write anything meaningful. All you know is how to write bops. And it almost sounds like she's like shooting back at that and being like, I could sing about that. It's really not hard. I just choose to give you something else. It sounds like that. But like I said, this was at the beginning of her career. This is her first project. I don't think that she would have received that type of criticism at this point. You know, another thing that's interesting about this song is her basically making it seem like I am in pain, or I have not had luck with love, which kind of brings you back to the first track. Like, I have not had luck with love. But instead of just like telling you that story and telling you about how love is a losing game, which is what she just said, which is a very pessimistic attitude, instead of me projecting my bad luck, projecting my pain onto you by making you feel like love is a losing battle, I would rather give you a song that actually inspires your love, that actually inspires you to be in love. Because she says, put your hands up. Like, I want to see you grab your lover's hand and put your hands up. Like, that's another thing that's so interesting about this song. I don't want to give you this pessimistic attitude and sing all these songs about how love is a losing game and we're all effed and doomed to be alone for the rest of our lives. I want to make a song that makes you actually want to grab your lover's hand, that gives you hope that love is real, and just dance the night away with your love. Dance the night away with your partner. And it has that very like dancey type of vibe. It gives like that repetitive, like dancey, like dance the night away type of song. I love that. That's on my likes. That's on my likes. I was not expecting that. I was expecting doom, doom, doom. I was expecting us to get real sad. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Daydreamin.
You walked in, caught my attention. I've never seen a man with so much dimension. It's the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you make me feel inside.
Oh, I like that.
Now I can't wait to hold you in my arms.
This piano?
I was made for you. I'm in love with all of your charm.
Love the chin in the palm of my hands. Like, I just love that imagery that she's like that. Like, I'm just imagining her like this and like swinging her legs back and forth and just being like, oh my god, like, he's so perfect. That's my man. Look at him, he's so fine. I always say she has like such a way of expressing, like making these men that she's interested in sound like magic. Her being like, you have so much charm, you have so much dimension.
Oh, I think when I was standing on that stoop and I looked at him, I was 11 years old.
Who is that? Is that her grandma again? I love this old-fashioned little crackle video thing that was at the end. So does that come from like a movie? Like, was that taken from like an old movie and that's why it has like all these crackles? Or was that effect just put on and that was her grandma? Ordinary Things Part 2. Y'all gotta tell me who that is. Who is that? Is that her grandma again? Maybe talking about like how she met like her grandpa or something? Or is that from like a movie? Y'all have to tell me. Y'all have to let me know. But I like how this song sounds like so dreamy. It sounds dreamy and then like daydreaming. So obviously that coincides, and just being so into someone that you begin just seeing them even when they're not around, just thinking about them with such enthusiasticness, with such ecstaticness that your head is in the palm of your hands. That's just how enraptured you are with this person. I like how it says 18, 19 and began to become more serious about things in life, because I don't know, it just feels like you're saying like when you were 18, 19, you had to start thinking more about reality and the song is called Daydreamin, which is like not reality. It's the way you walk, the way you talk, your smile, your eyes. She just gets so caught up in these men that she's with. She just like paints them as magic, paints them as gold. And I really like that though. The next song is The Way, which is the one that I've heard. I don't know the entire song. I just know like the chorus of it. So I'm excited. And this is with Mac Miller. R.I.P. I don't know about their relationship. I just know that they dated for I think like 2 years or something. But I don't know that much. I wasn't there to see the relationship go down at the time. So it's sad.
I'm thinking about her every second, every hour. Do my singing in the shower, picking petals off the flowers. Like, do she love me? Do she love me not?
Don't you worry, baby, you got me. I got a bad boy, must admit it.
Hey!
Next to me, I love the way you make me feel. I love the way, baby, I love the way. Oh, I love the way you love me. Be loving free, you put it all in me. Stay by your side.
Oh.
I ain't going nowhere 'cause you're a keeper. Don't you worry, baby, you got me. I got a bad boy, must admit it.
Hey!
The way you love
Make you
me.
feel so fine, make you feel so fine. I hope you hit me on my celly when I sneak in your mind. You a princess to the public, but a freak when it's time. Said your baby feeling lonely, so you sleeping in mine.
But I wanna know the way you feel when you're next to me. I love the way, baby, I love the way.
Dance!
Oh, I love the way you.
You better sing! I love how it flips there at the end. And instead of like the way you love me, it's the way I love you. Reciprocation. That was actually the first time that I've ever heard Mac Miller. Yup. That was the first time I've ever heard Mac Miller. Go off. Go off. I Live. That is such a bop. That is such a classic. Love the way you make me feel. I love it. We're gonna go to the next song, guys, which is You'll Never Know. I wonder what this will be about. I have no idea.
Now you finally tell me how you feel. Guess your eyes just came a little too late. Don't be mad at me 'cause you've been replaced. Know your place, baby.
Know your place?
Put your hand up, stand up. Tell me how you really felt. Where this thing could go, but you will never know what we could have been if you would have shown.
Exactly. Yup. You'll never know. Because when I was with you, you weren't giving me the attention that I needed. You were complacent. You didn't say that you love me. You didn't love me properly. You didn't love me right. So guess what? Now I moved on to someone who actually does. And you just will never know. You will always have to wonder in your mind what it would have been like to have me completely and fully and for long periods of time because you had me and you couldn't take it. She said, know your place. I gagged.
Had my heart all in your hands, but you don't understand. Is a girl like me don't have no time to waste around. But if you put 'em hands up, put your hand up, stand up, tell me how you really felt. Then maybe it'd be different.
Manned up,
If you
hand up,
still wanna
stand
listen,
up.
but now I'm with somebody else. How this thing could go, but you will never know what we could have been if you would've shown.
This beat too? I love that. Boy, you could have. Boy, you should have. But you didn't. Like, you could have, should have, would have. They say there's no reason and like spending time thinking about what could have been or what should have been. The point is that he didn't. An anthem for a lot of women out there. Or anyone in particular. Men too. Like, yes, an anthem. They will never know. And don't you let them ever know. When they try to come back into your life, don't you dare take it back. Don't you dare. Don't you dare be like, oh, but you know, they miss me and they said that this time they'll treat me right. They had one time. They had one time. So then you move on to the next one. And then, of course, once you move on and you're happy with someone else, then, of course, they try to come back and be like, well, listen, you know, I was at a bad time. I was doing this. I was doing that. But now this time I have everything to give to you. Nope. So I already found someone who's giving it to me. So I don't need you anymore. Eat. Eat efficiently. We're moving on to the next song, which is called Almost Is Never Enough. This is the one that I know. I think I might actually know all the words to this, to be honest. I don't know. I had a moment where I would like listen to this song a lot because I was like, this song is sad. This song is sad. I don't even want to play it, but we're going to play it. The piano too.
I like to say we gave it a try. I'd like to blame it all on life. Maybe we just weren't right, but that's a lie.
If you know this, you better be singing it.
'Cause sooner or later, we'll wonder why we gave up. Almost is never enough. So close to being in love. Maybe we wouldn't be 2 worlds apart, but right here in each other's arms, and we almost knew what love was, but almost is never enough.
We almost knew what love was. That is the line. This song is so freaking sad because how many times in life do you fail at something? Not even just relationships, but do you fail at something and do you say, dang, like I almost had that? But it doesn't matter because almost is never enough, and especially when it comes to love. And the fact that she said, I like to say we gave it a try. I like to blame it all on life. Like maybe we just weren't right, but that's a lie. Like if you can accept that this person is just not right for you, like you just realize we have too many unconsolable, you know, differences. We're 2 different people with 2 different values, then that's fine. Like you accept that and you're able to move on. But when you realize, actually, we probably were right for each other. We just gave up too soon, or we just didn't know how to make it work. And that kind of takes me back to the first song, to be honest. When you go a long time feeling what she felt in the first song, I could see you giving up. And then having a song like this, where you look back and you're like, well, actually, we gave up too soon. We didn't work hard enough to get through those moments. Like, that's just the worst. It's the worst. Oh my God. All right, we're going to keep going.
If I could change the world overnight,
and this man, oh, you said,
there'd be no such thing as goodbye. Is ever.
Come on, Nixon.
Tonight as much as you want, but in time
We almost knew what love was. We'll wonder why we gave up. Everyone else. Almost is never enough.
What?
Stop!
What did you?
Then maybe we wouldn't be 2 worlds apart, but right here in each other's arms.
Man, that song right there. Warning. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to that song after a breakup. If you want to make it through the day. That is such a good song. Just putting that sensation into words of reminiscing on your relationship and just realizing, man, like we really almost had it. And it's like, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there once you acknowledge the fact that maybe there was hope? When you sit there and when you say, if only I knew that you wanted me the way I wanted you. So you're acknowledging that now you know this person did want you. And you were so close to being like, where do you go from there? There was like a lack of communication there. To be honest, It kind of reminds me of the last song, to be honest. You'll never know. Because it's like her saying, like, you should have given me more while we were together. You should have shown me more. It's exactly the line that she said in the last song, where she said, like, you should have, you could have, but you didn't. That is the gist of this song. You should have, you could have, but you didn't. And now you've lost it. That is devastating. All right. We're going to move on to the next song, track 11, which is Popular Song, which is an interesting thing to call a song. By Micah and Ariana Grande. Let's see. The popular song that I've never heard before.
You are the popular one, the popular chick. It is what it is now, popular-ish.
Standing on the field with your pretty pom-pom. Now you're working at the movie selling popular corn. I could have been a mess, but I never went wrong. But you were always popular. You were singing all the songs I don't know. Now you're in the front row, 'cause my song is popular. I know about popular. It's not about
I was on the lookout for someone to hate.
picking on me like a dinner plate.
You hid during classes and in between 'em.
Dug me in the toilets, now it's you that cleans. So trying to make me feel bad with the things you do. It ain't so funny when the joke's on you. My problem, I never was a model. I never was a scholar. But you were always popular. Popular. I know about popular. It's not about who you
Where does that come from? Because I've heard that before, but I don't know where it comes from. Popular. Something's unpopular. What does that come from? Y'all gotta let me know where that comes from. I've heard that before. Okay, I was very concerned when the song started because I was like, what the heck is this? Like, what the heck is this? I did not get the sound. I was like, okay, this is very different from anything that I've heard her sing. She usually doesn't take, like, this almost sounds like bubblegum pop, which she usually doesn't do. So I was like, this is very different. Not really sure that I like it. But the idea of it, this idea of, like, you were a person that I knew back at school. You were the popular one. Everyone liked you. You know, I never felt like I was anything. I was never a model. I was not super good at school. I wasn't a scholar. You seemed like you had all this, everything going for you. And you bullied me too. Like, you treated me like crap. And now, fast forward, now I am now the girl that you, like, you're singing my songs. You're in the front row of my concerts. Now I'm that girl. And she says, so catch up, because you got an awful long way to go. Like, I like the idea of that. The sound of it is just very interesting. Like, it's fun, but, like, not really my vibe, but I get it.
I know about popular. It's not about who you are or your fancy car. You only ever who you were. Popular.
Yeah.
I know about popular.
Yeah, like, all you have to do is be true to you. I could totally see, like, girls in middle school vibing out to this song because, like, it has a good message. Standing on the field with your pretty pom-pom. You were like the cheerleader. You were the pretty girl, the popular one. Now you're working at the movie selling popular corn. That's all you're doing is, like, selling popcorn, which I like that wordplay there. I could have been a mess, like, growing up and feeling, like, very insecure about myself and constantly comparing myself to others. Like, I could have been this mess of a person because of how you made me feel. But I never went wrong. Just continued to be me. Because I'm putting down my story in a popular song. Like, now I'm that girl. I never was any of those things, but I stayed true to myself. And being myself got me to the point where I can now make these songs that everyone vibes out to and that everyone loves. Like, that is now me. I am now that girl. And yeah, I really like the message of this. And I love how, like, little girls could relate to this. And it does have this very youthful sound, like I said. It's like this very youthful, fun sound. So I could totally see you playing this song in, like, middle school and, like, absolutely feeling it and feeling like it is, like, the freaking story of your life. Also, Micah, whoever that is, they were, like, very fun, very energetic. I really like how the voices were matching the energy of the song, the instrumental. I felt that. Better Left Unsaid, last track.
I told you once, get out my life. I don't need you. Hope
so Disney.
But some things are better left unsaid. And I swore that I would never say I miss you more every day. But some things are better left unsaid. Are better left unsaid.
What the heck?
You wanna party? Put your hands
What the
up.
heck?
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
What is going on?
Tonight, too many drinks, so many reasons.
Are we at Disneyland
that
or the club?
some things are better left unsaid. Some things are better left unsaid. Are better left unsaid.
This is so crazy.
Stop lying, it just scares me. Tell a lie, blame tonight. Too many drinks, so many reasons that some things are better left unsaid.
What is going on in this song? What is this song? Like, why? Why does it feel like we get transported from Disneyland to the club? Why? The way it starts off so, you think that we're gonna get this very soft, some things are better left unsaid. You think we're gonna get that the whole time, and then there's a doom, doom, doom. All right, Ariana, what a way to close it. I know this song is not meant to be like deep. It's meant to just be like a party, turn up, have fun type of song, not meant to be like deep in any way. But to basically just talk about what I think that she's saying. She said, I told you once, get out of my life. I told you I don't need you. I'll be all right, basically. So like, get out, don't need you, blah, blah, blah. But I would never say that I miss you more and more every day. That I wish that you and me were still together. Like, I miss you. Because those things are better left unsaid. Why the better left unsaid? Is it just her ego of like not wanting to let this person know how much she's struggling, not being with this person? Or is it discipline? Is it the fact that you actually are best out of my life? You actually should get out of my life. But if I tell you that, like, deep down, I really do miss you and I really do miss us, but I can't tell you that because then I'll get sucked back into your toxic web of lies. So I don't know which one of those things it is. But tonight, we're out and we're partying and we're living the life. And I'm going to drink a lot. And then some things are going to come out like, shut up and kiss me. You know how alcohol is like a truth serum? It actually spills the freaking truth. So you might say things when you're sober, like, get out of my life, I don't need you. And then you start drinking, and then you're like, just shut up and kiss me. Like, I don't care about any of that other stuff. I just want you to kiss me. I could tell a lie, blame tonight, too many drinks. Like, I could, when I actually sober up, I could tell you, don't pay any mind to anything that I said the other night. I was just too drunk, blah, blah, blah. But really, that is what she wants to do. It's just a banger. It's just something to like dance and turn up to in the club. Just like a banger type of song. Not meant to be taken seriously, but like low key. Those are how your feelings can work sometimes. Guys, we have reached the end of this album. Ariana's first album and our last album reaction as far as like studio albums go. Yours truly. Wow, a crazy freaking journey, a crazy freaking ride. These songs are definitely like, I wasn't picking up any sort of like chronological story or anything like that. It wasn't like meant to be taken too seriously, like an Eternal Sunshine or like a Thank You Next or something like that. This is simply bops, like bops, turn up songs with some emotional songs thrown in there as well. Like definitely emotional undertones in this project, but like just like bops mostly. I can absolutely see between like Yours Truly, My Everything, Dangerous Woman, how she was like stapled as that pop girl. Like you are the pop girl, because these songs are just, they're so pop, they're so fun, they're so dancey, they're so get loose and enjoy life but cry at the same time. Oh my God, especially when you get to Almost Is Never Enough. Almost Is Never Enough has to be like my favorite song in terms of just the impact, like the way that it moves me. Like the way that it moves me emotionally, I feel like it has to be like my personal favorite song. I'm gonna give you guys my faves. Honeymoon Avenue, Baby I, Tattooed Heart, Piano, The Way, You'll Never Know, and Almost Is Never Enough. Those were my favorite songs, like either because they made me like turn up in a way, or I just really, really like the perspective of them. So yeah, you guys, this was like super fun. Oh my God, our last Ariana studio album. This was so fun. Is this my favorite Ariana album? No. What is my favorite Ariana album? I feel like you can't, I feel like I can't choose a favorite, because I feel like it would be like different categories of favorite. Like when it comes to songs that I feel like get me moving the most, like what album I feel like has the most bops that I can have the most fun to, probably like Dangerous Woman. But if you're asking me like which ones I connect to the most emotionally, probably like a Thank You Next, or Sweetener, or Eternal Sunshine. And some of these albums I haven't had like enough time to really sit with them. Like I just listened to this. How am I supposed to say? You know? How am I supposed to say? And like other albums I haven't had enough time to listen to really either, because when it comes to Ariana, I'm still in my Eternal Sunshine mode. I'm still trapped in the Eternal Sunshine bubble. So when I get out of there, I can experience more of the other albums as well. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you for being here with me on this entire journey of getting to know Ariana and her albums. But like I said, it is not the end. We're not done. We have performances to get into. We have music videos, which I will be doing later this week, like I said. We have didn't you have like a documentary? We're going to be getting into all that stuff. We are not done. And then obviously Ariana Grande is not done with her career. She still has more that is going to be coming. And when she does, you know that we will be on that. Anything else that she released with Eternal Sunshine? I think I heard that she was thinking of releasing a deluxe. Oh, you know we're going to be there. Like I said before, if you want to watch this completely uncut, that reaction is going to be on Patreon. And yeah, when we do her documentary, that might also just go on Patreon. I don't know. I'll let you guys know when we get to that point. But thank you guys so much for being here with me. And I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.